Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a deep breath and pause for a moment. Right here, right now, you have everything within you to take control of your life and create your destiny. The power lies in your hands. And today, I'm going to share with you 7 profound ways to unlock that power and design the life you've always dreamed of. One saint understand the power of choice. First, realize that you always have a choice. You can choose how you respond to situations, how you spend your time, and the path you take. Your destiny isn't some distant, uncontrollable force. It's shaped by the choices you make every single day. The moment you embrace that power of choice, you open the door to infinite possibilities. Don't wait for life to happen to you. Make the choice to actively create your future. To end. Develop self-awareness. To take control, you must first know who you are. Self-awareness is key. Understand your strengths, your passions, and even your fears. The more you understand yourself, the better equipped you will be to make decisions that align with your true desires. Dive deep into who you are, what excites you, and what holds you back. Once you do that, you will see the path to your destiny more clearly. 3 or D. Shift your mindset. Your mindset is a powerful force. If you believe that life is happening to you, you will feel like a victim. But if you choose to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth, your mindset shifts, and so does your destiny. Start seeing setbacks as stepping stones, and use every experience, good or bad, to fuel your evolution. A growth mindset opens the doors to success in ways you never imagined. 4. Set clear intentions and goals. A dream without a plan is just a wish. To take control, you must have clear intentions and set achievable goals. Begin with a vision of your future. Be as specific as possible. What does your dream life look like? Once you've painted that picture, break it down into actionable steps. Focus on your why, because your reason for success will give you the fuel to keep going, even when it feels difficult. 5. Take consistent action. Creating your destiny isn't a one-time event. It's a series of small, consistent actions. Success doesn't come from one grand effort, but from showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting the process. Take action daily, even if the steps are small. Each action you take moves you closer to your goal, and each moment you invest in yourself adds up. 6th E. Surround yourself with positivity. The people you surround yourself with play a huge role in the path you take. Surround yourself with those who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to be better. Your environment shapes your mindset and behavior. Choose people who encourage you to dream big, who see your potential, and who believe in your vision, even when you're struggling to believe in it yourself. 7. Trust the process. Trust the process. Life is full of uncertainties, but trust that the journey you're on is taking you exactly where you need to go. Even when things don't go according to plan, know that there's a greater plan at work. Believe in the process, stay true to your path, and trust that everything you're doing is leading you to your destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the ability to take control of your life and create the future you desire. It's not something that happens by chance or luck. It's something that happens through intentional actions, mindset shifts, and belief in your own power. Today is the day to step into that power and take charge of your destiny. Remember, it's not about waiting for the right moment. The right moment is now. Go ahead and create the life you were always meant to live. Empowerment is more than just a buzzword. It is the foundational force that drives individuals to take control of their lives and create the future they envision. It's about understanding that within each of us lies the power to shape our own destiny. Too often, people perceive their lives as passive journeys shaped by external forces, circumstances, or the actions of others. However, real empowerment comes from recognizing that you hold the key to change, to transformation, and to creating the life you desire. At its core, empowerment is about taking responsibility for your actions, decisions, and reactions. It's about acknowledging that you have the capacity to decide how you respond to challenges, how you interact with the world around you. and most importantly, how you choose to align your actions with your goals and values. Empowerment is the recognition that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but rather a creator of your own reality. When you step into this understanding, it changes everything. It transforms how you approach problems, how you set goals, and how you pursue them. It shifts your mindset from one of helplessness and victimhood to one of agency and possibility. Empowerment enables you to take bold actions, even in the face of uncertainty, because you trust that your choices are the driving force behind your success. The first step toward empowerment is self-awareness. It requires deep introspection and honesty about who you are, what you value, what you're passionate about, and what your strengths and weaknesses are. Self-awareness helps you understand your core beliefs, motivations, and behaviors. It enables you to make decisions that are aligned with your true self, rather than reacting out of fear, doubt, or societal expectations. When you are deeply in tune with yourself, you can begin to discern what is truly important to you and make choices that reflect those values. Once you have that self-awareness, the next crucial step is to set clear intentions. When you understand your values, you can articulate clear goals and intentions for your life. These intentions serve as a compass, guiding you through the complexities of everyday decisions and actions. They become the foundation on which you build your path forward. Whether it's personal goals like maintaining relationships, professional goals like advancing in your career, or broader life goals like achieving balance and fulfillment, your intentions keep you focused and committed to your vision. Empowerment also means embracing responsibility for your decisions and actions. It requires you to take full ownership of your life, your successes, your failures, your achievements, and your mistakes. When you accept responsibility, you no longer blame external circumstances or other people for where you are in life. Instead, you take proactive steps to correct course, learn from mistakes, and refine your strategies. You understand that setbacks are not the end. They are opportunities to learn, grow, and adjust your approach. An essential aspect of empowerment is resilience. It's the ability to bounce back from failures, to learn from them, and to persist in the face of obstacles. Resilience is not just a reactionary trait. It's a practice that can be cultivated over time. When you view challenges as opportunities for growth, you build inner strength and adaptability. This mindset shift helps you stay focused on your goals and allows you to adapt your approach when things don't go according to plan. Resilience is what enables people to overcome seemingly insurmountable odds and continue moving toward their vision. Empowerment also involves understanding your role in the broader context of society and your relationships. It means recognizing that you are interconnected with the world around you and that your actions impact others. It's about developing empathy, compassion, and respect for others while still maintaining your autonomy and agency. True empowerment doesn't mean dominating others or disregarding their perspectives. It means incorporating those perspectives into your decision-making process and finding ways to contribute positively to the collective good. Empowerment is about leveraging your strengths to overcome challenges. It's about identifying what you excel at and using those strengths to navigate through difficulties. For example, if you are highly organized and detail-oriented, you can apply those skills to manage projects, tasks, or personal goals effectively. If you are a good communicator, you can use that skill to build relationships and influence others. Empowerment means utilizing your natural talents and abilities to drive your success rather than allowing them to stagnate or go untapped. As you harness your inner power, you begin to build momentum. Each small action you take adds up over time, creating ripple effects in your life and those around you. This momentum is what helps you stay motivated, focused, and engaged in your journey toward your goals. It's what propels you forward, even when the path ahead is challenging. Empowerment is not a one-time achievement. It is an ongoing practice. It requires you to continuously refine your self-awareness, stay aligned with your values, set intentions, take responsibility, and remain adaptable. It requires resilience in the face of uncertainty and an open-minded approach to learning and growth. It means consistently asking yourself tough questions, reflecting on your actions and decisions, and making adjustments as necessary. Empowerment is the key to taking control of your destiny. It is the practice of harnessing your inner strength, aligning it with your intentions, and taking consistent action toward your goals. It is the force that propels you toward your vision, no matter what obstacles you encounter along the way. When you fully embrace your power, you no longer feel like a passive passenger on the journey of your life. Instead, you become an active co-creator of your destiny. Empowerment is liberating. It frees you from the constraints of self-doubt and fear. It allows you to step into your fullest potential and take risks, even if they scare you. It is the energy that drives innovation, creativity, and persistence. It enables you to adapt and grow, refine your strategies, and consistently improve your approach to achieving your goals. When you recognize that empowerment comes from within, and you fully commit to practicing it in your daily life, you can overcome any challenge, achieve your dreams, and live a life that feels true to your deepest values and passions. The power to create your destiny is within you. It's time to harness it, embrace it, and step boldly into the future. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of empowerment and the foundation upon which you build a meaningful life. When you take the time to truly understand yourself, your thoughts, feelings, motivations, and behaviors, you gain the ability to make more informed decisions, pursue your passions with clarity, and align your actions with your deepest values. The more aware you are of yourself, the more you can consciously shape the trajectory of your life. Self-awareness is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to go, and it starts with being brutally honest with yourself about who you are and what you truly want from life. At its core, self-awareness is about understanding your thoughts and emotions without judgment. It's about taking a step back and observing how you react to different situations, how you interpret the world around you, and how your past experiences shape your present reality. This means acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses, your fears, desires, and limiting beliefs, all of which play a pivotal role in shaping your decisions and actions. Through self-awareness, you gain the ability to see how these internal forces affect your relationships, your goals, and the choices you make every day. One of the first steps in developing self-awareness is the ability to listen to yourself. This means tuning in to your inner dialogue and becoming aware of the thoughts that dominate your mind. Are they positive or negative? Do they uplift you or do they hold you back? Most of us go through life with a constant stream of thoughts, many of which are unconscious and automatic. By taking the time to pay attention to your inner conversation, you can begin to identify patterns that either help or hinder your growth. This simple practice of becoming aware of your thoughts allows you to shift from reacting impulsively to choosing your response with intention. Equally important is emotional self-awareness, which involves recognizing and understanding your emotions as they arise. Often, we suppress or ignore our emotions because we fear vulnerability or discomfort. However, emotions are a powerful source of information. They tell us when something is out of alignment with our values or needs. When you become more attuned to your emotions, you can use them as a guide to make more conscious decisions. For example, if you feel anxious or frustrated, it could be a sign that you're pushing yourself too hard or that something needs to change in your life. Being emotionally self-aware means not only recognizing these feelings, but also understanding why they're there and how to respond to them constructively. Self-awareness also requires a deep understanding of your values. Your values are the principles that guide your decisions and actions, whether you're consciously aware of them or not. They are the compass that directs you toward fulfillment and purpose. If you're unclear about your values, you may find yourself chasing after goals or pursuing paths that don't truly resonate with you, leading to frustration or a sense of emptiness. By identifying what truly matters to you, whether it's integrity, freedom, love, adventure, or creativity, you gain clarity on what you want your life to stand for. When your decisions align with your core values, life becomes more meaningful and your sense of purpose strengthens. A key aspect of self-awareness is acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses. It's essential to understand where you excel and where you may need support or improvement. Recognizing your strengths allows you to leverage them in your personal and professional life, enabling you to thrive in areas that naturally energize you. On the flip side, acknowledging your weaknesses doesn't mean focusing on what you lack, but rather understanding areas for growth. It's about being humble enough to seek help, learn new skills, or take actions to strengthen those areas. Self-awareness isn't about perfection. It's about recognizing where you are and committing to continual growth. Your past plays a significant role in shaping who you are today. Self-awareness involves reflecting on your experiences, both positive and negative, and understanding how they've influenced your beliefs, habits, and behavior. Our past experiences, especially the challenges or traumas we faced, often shape our worldview and self-concept. Through self-awareness, you can identify any limiting beliefs that may have been formed from past events and actively work to challenge them. By understanding the influence of your past, you can free yourself from any unconscious patterns that may be holding you back. Self-awareness also enhances your ability to set and achieve meaningful goals. When you know yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations, you can set goals that align with who you truly are. You can identify what is truly important to you and focus on building a life that reflects your authentic self. Without self-awareness, you may find yourself pursuing goals that are based on societal expectations or the approval of others. However, when your goals are aligned with your true self, they become more than just objectives. They become a reflection of your values and your purpose. Being self-aware also enhances your relationships with others. When you understand your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, you become better equipped to understand others as well. You become more empathetic, more patient, and more present in your interactions. Self-awareness fosters emotional intelligence, which is crucial for healthy, meaningful relationships. By recognizing your own emotional triggers and reactions, you can better navigate challenging conversations, resolve conflicts, and support others in a way that is aligned with your values. In conclusion, self-awareness is a lifelong practice that requires ongoing reflection and introspection. It is about becoming conscious of your thoughts, emotions, values, and past experiences, and using that understanding to make empowered decisions. Through self-awareness, you gain the clarity to navigate life's challenges with intention and purpose. It enables you to align your actions with your true self, pursue meaningful goals, and build healthier relationships. The more self-aware you become, the more control you have over your life, and the more you can create a future that reflects your deepest desires and aspirations. Taking responsibility for your actions, decisions, and life circumstances is a powerful and transformative practice. It is an essential part of creating the life you want and taking control of your destiny. Responsibility is not just about acknowledging what you've done. It's about owning your role in everything that happens in your life, whether good or bad. It's about recognizing that the choices you make every day shape the direction of your life. By embracing responsibility, you gain the power to change, grow, and actively participate in creating your future. When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop blaming others or external circumstances for where you are. Too often, people fall into the trap of playing the victim, blaming their situations, their upbringing, or other people for their struggles. While circumstances can certainly influence our lives, they do not define who we are or how we should respond to challenges. When you stop assigning blame to others and begin taking responsibility for your own actions, you reclaim your power and your ability to effect change. Taking responsibility is about shifting your mindset from one of helplessness to one of empowerment. It's about acknowledging that you have the ability to make choices, even when the choices are difficult or uncomfortable. This shift is crucial because it means that instead of waiting for things to get better or for someone else to fix your problems, you understand that you have the tools within you to create the change you seek. It means accepting that no matter what has happened in your past, The future is still in your hands, and you have the ability to influence it. One of the key aspects of taking responsibility is acknowledging that you are the one who decides how to react to any given situation. While you cannot always control the events that happen in your life, you always have control over how you respond to them. Whether you encounter a challenge, a setback, or an opportunity, your reaction is what determines your path forward. If you respond with a mindset of growth, determination, and resilience, you will continue to move forward even in the face of adversity. If you allow fear, anger, or self-pity to guide your actions, you limit your potential and create obstacles for yourself. Taking responsibility also means embracing the consequences of your actions. When you make a decision, you must be prepared to accept the outcomes, whether they are positive or negative. Owning the consequences of your choices is a vital part of personal growth because it helps you learn from your experiences. Every success and every failure provides valuable lessons that can guide you toward making better decisions in the future. When you take responsibility for your actions, you stop making excuses and start learning from every outcome. You begin to see every experience as an opportunity for growth, rather than a setback or failure. This practice of accountability extends to the way you manage your time, relationships, and emotions. If you are not where you want to be in life, it's important to examine how your habits and decisions have contributed to that. Taking responsibility for your time means evaluating how you spend your days, whether you are focusing on what truly matters or letting distractions, procrastination, or laziness prevent you from reaching your goals. When you take ownership of your time, you make better choices about how you allocate it, ensuring that you invest it in the things that will help you grow and move closer to your vision. Similarly, taking responsibility for your relationships means being honest about your role in them. It means acknowledging how your behavior, attitudes, and communication impact the people in your life. When conflicts arise, instead of blaming others, you take a step back and consider how you can improve the situation. Taking responsibility in relationships creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and understanding, which leads to healthier and more fulfilling connections. It allows you to be a better partner, friend, and colleague because you are actively working to create positive outcomes rather than waiting for others to change. Taking responsibility also involves managing your emotions and mental state. Instead of blaming your circumstances or other people for your feelings, you recognize that your emotions are the result of your thoughts, beliefs, and reactions. When you take responsibility for your emotional well-being, you stop relying on others to make you happy or validate your worth. You learn to manage your own feelings and take actions that nurture your mental health. Whether through self-care, mindfulness practices, or seeking support when needed, you become the one who is in charge of your emotional state, which is an empowering position to be in. One of the most challenging aspects of taking responsibility is confronting the truth about your own shortcomings. It's easy to point fingers at others, but true growth comes when you are honest with yourself about where you can improve. Taking responsibility means acknowledging areas where you need to grow, whether it's improving your communication, strengthening your discipline, or developing better habits. It involves being willing to look in the mirror and confront the parts of yourself that need work, and then taking proactive steps to address them. This process of self-honesty is not always easy, but it is essential for growth and success. Ultimately, taking responsibility is about becoming the leader of your own life. It is about understanding that your future is not dictated by external forces, but by the decisions you make today. It is about stepping into your power, acknowledging your agency, and taking control of your journey. When you take responsibility for your life, you become an active participant in your destiny. You no longer wait for things to happen to you. You make things happen for yourself. Every choice you make, every step you take, is a reflection of your commitment to creating the life you desire. In conclusion, taking responsibility is a transformative practice that empowers you to shape your own future. It allows you to take control of your actions, reactions, and outcomes, giving you the power to create a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. By embracing responsibility, you stop making excuses, start learning from your experiences, and actively work toward your goals. You understand that you are the creator of your destiny, and by taking responsibility, you unlock your full potential. Setting clear, specific goals is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your life and actively create the future you desire. Goals provide direction, focus, and a sense of purpose, helping you move forward even when the road gets tough. Without goals, it's easy to feel lost or overwhelmed, drifting through life without a clear sense of where you're headed. However, when you set intentional goals, you give yourself a map, a roadmap that guides you towards your dreams and aspirations. But it's not just about setting any goals. It's about setting the right goals that align with your true desires and values. The first step in setting meaningful goals is to gain clarity on what you truly want. Many people set goals based on external expectations, what they think they should do, what society says is important, or what others expect from them. But when you pursue goals that are not aligned with your deepest values and passions, you risk burnout, dissatisfaction, and frustration. To set goals that truly empower you, take time to reflect on what matters most to you. What are your core values? What brings you joy and fulfillment? What kind of person do you want to become? And what do you want your life to look like? When your goals align with your inner desires and values, they become a source of motivation that propels you forward with energy and enthusiasm. Once you've identified what you truly want, it's important to make your goals specific and measurable. A vague goal, like "I want to be successful" or "I want to be happy," can leave you feeling directionless, unsure of where to start or how to measure progress. Instead, break down your larger aspirations into concrete, actionable steps. For example, if your goal is to be financially independent, you might set specific goals like saving a certain percentage of your income each month or paying off a particular amount of debt by a set date. These clear, measurable targets give you something tangible to work toward and allow you to track your progress along the way. Setting specific goals also helps you stay focused and avoid distractions, as you know exactly what you need to do to stay on track. In addition to making your goals specific, it's essential to make them realistic and achievable. It's important to challenge yourself, but setting goals that are too far beyond your current abilities or circumstances can lead to frustration and discouragement. Setting unrealistic goals can set you up for failure, diminishing your confidence and momentum. When you create achievable goals, you give yourself the space to make progress and build on small victories. Each step forward reinforces your belief in yourself and your ability to succeed, which is a powerful motivator. However, don't mistake realistic goals for easy goals. They should still stretch you and push you to grow, but they should be grounded in your current reality and the resources available to you. Another key element in goal setting is breaking your larger goals down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Sometimes the thought of achieving a big goal can feel overwhelming, especially if the journey seems long or challenging. However, when you break your goal into smaller steps, it becomes less intimidating and much more achievable. Each small task becomes a milestone, and accomplishing each one boosts your confidence and keeps you moving forward. This approach also helps you stay focused on the present moment rather than getting lost in the enormity of the overall goal. Instead of thinking about how much you still have to do, you can celebrate the small wins along the way, which helps keep your motivation high. It's also important to make your goals time-bound. Setting a deadline creates a sense of urgency and helps prevent procrastination. Without a clear timeline, it's easy to push off your goals indefinitely or let distractions take precedence. Deadlines, however, force you to take action and stay on track. When you have a clear time frame for your goals, you become more motivated to use your time effectively and stay focused on what matters most. This sense of urgency can also help you prioritize your tasks and avoid wasting time on things that don't contribute to your objectives. In the process of goal setting, it's important to recognize that setbacks and challenges are inevitable. There will be times when things don't go as planned, when you face obstacles, or when you feel like giving up. However, it's during these difficult moments that your resilience and commitment to your goals are truly tested. The key is not to let setbacks define you or derail your progress. Instead, use them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow. Every challenge you face is a lesson that helps you become stronger and more resourceful. By maintaining a mindset of perseverance and adaptability, you will find ways to stay focused on your goals, even when things get tough.